All right, I am recording. There we go. Uh, welcome back. Get requested for these nearly every stream. I think every stream people are like post the Kakurabachi, and so as you guys can see, this is chapter 98, current recording. And the last time we recorded, it's been quite a while. Now, if you guys remember, we don't do it every chapter, but I did miss a month. And so there quite a lot has happened in between. But I will say, and I said this before, and I was trying to make time to go through that one and get it ready to post. And then I was like, dang, every chapter could make it like that conversation obsolete. But ironically, I don't know if you remember the context of what we talked about. It is not obsolete at all. And I'm like, wait, it's kind of crazy. And then this chapter came out because this chapter was positioned at a time when some of our things, it would be insane if we got it delayed just a little bit longer because our conversation would be relevant after the current events of, like with the main cast at least, which talking about 98, it's not with the main cast just now. So anyways, I might get that up for you guys because funny enough, it's still relevant. But one of the things, major topics that we're talking about, just to get us on the right page and turn to this page, was that we were talking about like the outcome of the major fight that's happening between the Hishaku with that like random mercenary dude who's not like a mercenary, like no, he killed everybody and he's like insane. But then like the back and forth in the fight was nuts, and then they went to a tier of fighting in that. I'm like, all right, okay, I can't follow this. And then I'm like, okay, I'm gonna wait for me inside to talk about this so we can kind of get on the same page, because there have been some things in the past where like the eyes, for example, we're like, is that just shading or is that actually supposed to connect the thing? And then it turns out it was important. Like with this fight, the four-way, I think it's four-way fight. Uraha's back, he's crazy strong. And then we were kind of memeing on the lightning guy's brother. I forgot his name.
Natsuki.
Yeah, Natsuki. Yeah. He's grew on me, and he's still in the position of where we thought before, but I do like him more. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
he's a fun guy.
Do you remember what our position was with him?
I forgot.
Of the four fighters there, he would be most likely to die. Of them.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And not just die, but like almost be like forgotten, like Suicide Squad. Like introduce crazy backstory, kills his ass. Like
I mean, like obviously he's still around, but I do love that. Like I think the second chapter of the fight, he was like, "Hey guys, is it me or are we not using magic? Like what is up with that? Why am I the only one really going all out here?" That was hilarious.
And then like it feels like everybody has had like a limit release, and like he's just been like, you could always do that, Uraha, and he's just like, well, yeah, like it just had this cursed sword this entire time, so but I was pretty dope before. And then you just get the like small clips, it's like he's just pissed in the rivalry between them. I like it. That's why I like what
but their rivalry never impedes on like them trying to win, which I think is great.
Yeah, it's one-sided, it's genuine, it's funny, it's compartmentalized right, and the fighting in between is so insane. And then the art, I was following it, and I'm like, oh my god, we're going in the mythical like he's starting to just leave lines out here. And then I like get off, and then I think I was on Twitter to post something, and I see like, oh no, he's sick. And I was like, oh my god, this was like not part of the story. Like, and then you on stream you said that it was like a confirmed sickness or whatever. I forget the details, but a lot has happened. And I think this chapter, had we stayed with the main continuity, we would have gotten our bets or like future made predictions like set in stone or not. It would have made or break it with this next chapter. But then we went this way, and I kind of like it. And I'm like, damn, this author's really like, because like we knew it. We knew that that fight was appetizers. We were waiting for Chihiro to come back. We were waiting for the Swordmaster. Oh, the Betrayer. We did get the Betrayer. That was
we did. And it was like literally the head.
Yeah.
Literally like the main guy. Cool. And then he wasn't even a fighter, by the way. He just got one tapped. Hilarious stuff.
Yeah, the one tap wasn't
I'm the
even.
traitor. Boom. Okay, moving on. Yeah, what's next?
No, it was that bad. It was not bad in like I not that I didn't like it, not that, but like he literally got no diff. Like if there was a definition of no diff, I think they cut him off mid sentence, mid syllable. Like
Yeah.
he just didn't want to hear it anymore, which is just like dope. That's awesome. Just cut him off, kill his ass, and then he stayed alive to like self sabotage. I think like he was the reason why they were like thinking about another vessel. And then the guy confirmed, like, oh, there's someone else here. Like, he gave some added information in his dying breath. I'm like, bro, like, stop sucking ass. Stick to your thing. Like, everyone else is locked in except for you. And you can't fight. You have no excuse. There's literally no excuses right now. Because you can forgive villain monologues when at least they are entertaining to watch in a fight. You know what I mean? But if they go down like that, mid monologue, oh, I'm sorry, that's crazy.
Come on, man. Especially like when beforehand they're like, yeah, there's three sorcerers here that are very powerful. It's these three, and they're like, obviously he's one of them. He's like the head. But Azami, he's the best when it comes to fighting. And then we see that firsthand, literally, like, oh, okay, he really is the best. Gotcha.
Yeah, and that really did skew our perspective of like how these
Azami is
fights
nuts.
will go down. Yeah, characters, placements, like because then the goofy guy is the insane dude who's just like casually just chopping off limbs, and it's like, yeah, whatever. And it's such a weird thing because he's a swordsman. I forget the guy's name, the guy with like the Mihawk guy.
Hokuto.
Yeah, he's
I think.
such a
Yeah.
wild character.
He's a fun dude.
Yeah, very unpredictable. I don't get his angle per se, but like if you turn the dial on fun and like adrenaline, like he's a Red Bull athlete, 100%. Right? Like
A Red Bull athlete?
yeah.
I've never heard that term being used, but I'll agree with it.
Like there's like, okay, you want to go cliff diving into rocks 100 feet up, it's never been done before. Here's wings, they make you fly, and let's record it and then we'll post it. And it's like, yeah, when do we like stop leveling up? Like I just saw a dude skateboard down a building and I'm like, all right, I don't know, I don't, if these are what wings let you do, I don't really need them. Like I'm not casually doing these things, but he's just like just full hardcore. And it's wild, but I am curious, like I'm a little confused on Yura. What happened to him? What's his current state?
Oh, he's fighting, dude. What do you mean?
No, but like what's his power? Where is he getting? Is he like, I was a little lost in the sauce about like, is he on the Swordmaster side, against the Swordmaster side? Are they like using each other? Like it was a little confusing.
He's against the Swordmaster. We kind of know that he wants to kill the Swordmaster now. He's against him.
Yeah.
But he's also using the Swordmaster's power with through the Magatsumi, and he's able, by the way, to control like his will, because we saw that at the Raikuzaichi, the auctioneer, he lost consciousness like very fast. He lost control of the blade, but Yura is like still rolling with it, dude.
And how did this we don't know how this connection was established because he doesn't have the sword, right? Yura doesn't have the sword, right?
I don't remember.
Yeah, I don't think he has a sword.
It's been a while. Sorry. Like, I'm not the most well-versed person when it comes to Kagurabachi. I forgot. I kind of just accepted it when it happened.
Yeah, but like, because at the auction, he had the sword, so the connection being made that way.
Yeah,
makes
that's when they
sense.
did it.
And then the Swordmaster and then Yura kind of just like did a countdown, and then his eyes, like, not a countdown per se, but like he just kind of like picked his head up and then his eyes are all,
yeah,
they were. But he doesn't have the sword from what I see last chapter. Am I looking at the right place? Wait, do we actually not see Yura's full? Oh yeah, we do. Where is it? It's right here. No, wait, no, we don't. We don't see his hands. God damn it. I gotta go one more chapter. Does he have the sword?
It's funny because I could just like watch what you're looking at through the projector.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's so nice. So nice to have for
Yeah, so
stream.
I'm following your scroll right now.
Yeah. Which this is Yura. Yeah, no sword. No sword. So we don't know how he connected. Are they like
Yeah.
umbilical cord brothers? Like, are they?
I mean, he has the eyes, so maybe there's something deeper. We also know that like they tampered with the sword before the auction too,
Oh, right, right. Yeah,
which could
some of
be
those
it.
details I'm forgetting, which like I would have, and this is the irony and why this episode is also kind of funny and good for us. And I just want to acknowledge that we're amateurs at the series. We enjoy
Yeah.
it a lot.
We're bozos.
Sorry for not posting as often. And had the chapter stayed on this course, I probably would have put more uh make it a point to like reread a lot more of the chapters beforehand about this. But this chapter doesn't even matter because with chapter 98 we go to the guy
Yeah, we
from
flip
the
over.
Cloud Gougers assassin squad. And if you want to do you want to go through like this one's a pretty good like quick seamless TLDR, but it's also the progression of it is so nuts. Is so nuts. And I don't think it's his fault, right? Like also like he's one of the surviving Cloud Gouger
Yeah,
assassins
I'm
from
glad he survived because let me tell you, I like those guys. I thought they had cool designs, man.
yeah,
I really thought they looked cool.
we unironically you use them as a reference of like, man, we just had a whole half a podcast talking about how group designs and like, you know, like may not be as happy with the current one that we got in another series, but you know, here without this they look dope. They look dope and we kept on bringing them up. And yeah, they got done dirty for sure. And this chapter kind of like is a character who has survivor's guilt and insane power.
Imaginary
Insane
friends.
power. Because you want to know what I've thought of first?
What's up?
Did we know he had this power? The magnetism and stuff? The iron
No.
sand? Okay.
I mean, I'm sure you could probably like guess it based off of like his Cloud Gouger fight, but it was never explained like it was in this chapter.
And I bring that because we talked about this guy without talking about him in the scope of Kid for One Piece. I think you even brought up because of Gara or Gara's kid or whatever. Not Kid, whatever, you know, the new guy in Boruto.
Yeah.
Like the iron sands, the black sand or whatever. And with Kid, how he's a terrible user, magnetism, like literally anything. And we're talking about like you could fly, you could in your clothes, and like no, he does mecha, and sure. And then this guy is like our wet dream. This is what Kid wishes you. That's the first thought I had. And then I'm like, oh, magnetism. And then he goes, you want to know something better? I'm gonna put it in all my homies too. And I'm like, he can control all of them. That's fucking nuts. And I don't recall, like, I don't remember because it's been a long time since I watched or you know read the fight. But I never got the sense that like they got done dirty because of somebody like failing. It was like misinformation. Like the guy overcame certain parameters that they figured out, and I'm assuming he's the guy who, because he's the commander, he had the parameters and he didn't move them fast enough according to the parameters that were being broken by the user. So like now he's at a state where he's blaming himself because his entire squad got killed in that situation, and he had a responsibility to help move them. But that's where I was like, it didn't feel like they were being moved. Do you know what I mean? Like I didn't get that feeling when I was watching or reading for the first time, but now knowing that he was helping them move midair, I'm like, I feel like that's something.
Yeah, did I blink?
Yeah.
What happened?
Like this guy has to be so good at his powers that he just made them look natural. Like, cause then I'm like, okay, maybe he did fuck. Cause I imagine if I could control Sai right now and I'm trying to dodge like a meteor, I'm not caring about whether he looks natural moving through the sky. I might swerve him and it would be like, all right, how did he curve in the sky? And then if I watched that on the read that in the manga, I'd be like, huh, how do they do that? And then now I get the reveal. Oh, it was Magnus. Someone's controlling them, but I never got that feeling. So I want to look back at the fight. I thought this was crazy reveal, and then the trauma he has is so wild. And the chapter felt kind of short.
I love that it's all just set up to make like a great character. Like the squad was way too big.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I think the minute we met the Cloud Gouger squad, I was like, okay, this is too big. They might all die. They all died, or to our knowledge, they were all pretty much cooked. But now we learned that, there were too many people. The author narrowed it down to just one person. He got pretty much, they all just lived through him, which is fucking funny, man.
You're fucked up for saying that. You're so messed up.
I love this. This is such a great trope. I love it when animes do this. Give one guy survivor's guilt, give him an imaginary friend. I think this is a big W. I love this trope.
There's I have so many feelings because this is so messed up for Eustace Kid, bro. You're telling me subconsciously this guy can make a ghost? This is insane level of magnetism. And then so we don't go page by page, but essentially he has trauma. He's in a pseudo conscious state basically, where he's very obviously not seeing reality because he's so overwhelmed with the past. He's in the present. He's not in a coma, but he's borderline hallucinating to the point that he subconsciously is using his sorcery, which they note in the thing is an insane level, unheard of.
I love the thing where they're like, oh yeah, I saw a hand reach out for me. It's so good, man. Yeah, subconscious sorcery creating his dead friend.
He did not. Okay. I'm a little it's been a while.
I love this guy's design too. I'm glad this is the one that survived. I really am. What's his name again? Ikuto?
Yeah.
Yeah. God.
So Takeru, the author, I have to put respect on his name. I think that people were giving him shit for the unfinished stuff, whatever, and
nobody was giving him shit. They were giving Shonen Jump shit for that.
Because that's what it is when the author starts. We come a long way instead of putting the blame on the author. Thank God. But take your time, whatever. Because my guy did not need this. This is what this is. You know what's funny? This is the senior pink a little bit for Kagurabachi, where you were talking about backstory, cool, love it. It's a side character. There's obviously a lot of meaning. You love to see it. But the design's not there for you, but Oda's a different type of author, right? This one is one of those ones where it's Oda didn't need to go that hard for Senior Pink. It wasn't really that necessary. It was so side, I doubt you can make a meaningful theory off of it, for example. And that's kind of what this situation is. This is a character who's essentially just died. You know what I mean? And the author revived his character metaphorically because whether or not he survived or not, you wouldn't have to put him back in combat. But this is essential, a soft revival, because in a way, as a side character, he died. If he never showed up, what's the difference if he died or not, right?
We wouldn't care.
And
it's not
so,
like Uruha, right?
Yeah, exactly. And he comes back, and he's still dealing with this stuff. And I feel this is such a unique way. There's so many layers to it, which he's oh yeah, from the reader's point of view, it's his friends kept him alive, and because their souls passed away or whatever, and that's the hand reaching in. But then from the medical side, they're yeah, he's hallucinating. He's so not touching reality.
He's cooked, dude.
And then they're but he can't be brain dead, for example. He can't be that far because he's using sorcery. Sorcery requires an active mental process to occur, and sometimes in they were basically saying not a chant, but there has to be some kind of trigger for it, but he is subconsciously doing that. And I'm so now it's not even just symbolic, whatever. No, this guy just went from dude, I'm sorry you went through the trauma you went through, but this might be one of those times where it's this is a canon event. I'm sorry, bro. To get subconscious sorcery with iron sand, and then the thing is again, spoilers, This guy made MRI machines cool. Like, Eustace Kid ain't scanning the building, bro.
Not yet.
This,
Not yet.
like, last chapter.
Give it time.
He's never doing that.
Give it time. Give it time. Give it time.
Imagine, Oda, please do it. Have Kid read Kagurabachi in the story. Huh, that's a good idea. I would love that. For Oda to break the fourth wall, the boost of Kagurabachi, have Eustace Kid read Kagurabachi. Please, for the love of God. If he could do 1% of what this guy could do, like, because last chapter, I just want to hone this. And when I read this chapter, I was like, nah, this is not fair. And then I'm like, no, he went through some traumatic ass shit and he's still going through it. And I'm still saying it's not fair because last chapter, we just talked about how, oh, you have to like forego your organs to be a vessel to monitor and create a force field, spirit field, and the observation hockey that these 3 dudes or whatever in this room all have. They had to cut out their stomach, lungs, everything to get that. And then this motherfucker just gets traumatized and he's like, huh, the guy said it, but he couldn't find them. And then he just MRI scans the entire thing, finds the person based off of their magnetic signatures, and just them. What the fuck? He's the guy on like the vessel on steroids. Why do they need a vessel anymore? This guy just killed his friends and family. I think that's easier. Like, I don't know. This guy is, when I saw that last page, I was like, ain't no way. It's just so stupidly broken. He just insta-killed somebody. And I don't remember. Was the guy important? That guy felt important. Wasn't that one of the 5 Hishaku that was left that they need to kill? And he just insta-killed them, right?
Yeah. I mean, well, we don't know yet. We
don't know, but like, it would be, like if the guy comes out alive after that and he beats him, then I feel bad for this guy. He went through all the trauma and still sucks ass. But like, give him a win now. Give him a win. Let's let him insta kill the son.
He deserves a win. Yeah, somebody please. Somebody he needs
please. It. Don't make him come out of this with an L still. That'd be so fucked up. He loses his entire squad because he's the useless commander, worthless commander, does the thing, doesn't kill the guy, loses. I'm sorry, you know what I mean? Like, my bad. He's still worthless. I don't fucking know.
I can see him. I can see him lose. I mean, this is like another anime trope, right? Like, I could totally see it where it's like, oh, he comes back later, he gets beaten, and then he has to realize that all of his friends are dead, and then he keeps all the power-ups he had, but he's sadder now. Like, that's such an anime thing.
Yeah. He has to, like, overcome it. I know, but keep him broken for a little bit longer. You know what I mean? Like, because Kagurabachi...
Yeah. Don't let him lose right here, but
the Kagurabachi,
he will lose one day.
Like, lifespan for character arcs is so short, and it's like it almost feels too fast, but it feels good. You know what I mean? It feels good, the pacing and everything. This is like the first time the pacing felt crazy to me, because like that fight felt longer than previous situations, but I think it's also because there's 4 characters and then there's a lot going on the side, and we're getting multiple chapters, and it's not even the main cast. We're learning about all of these characters, each one of them. Like, Uraha is even new to us because he's using a new moveset. And the Ito guy, or the Natsuki guy, he's of a character that we don't know of, and he's that guy's brother. Like, he's also not there. Yura we've never seen. And the other guy, the author just literally hired him mid-arc. Like, no joke. He just showed up. Like, so there's no person we know. And then that fight's feeling longer, and Chihiro hasn't really been there, and they've only just recently.
He's like outside with Samura waiting to be let in,
and we don't even know what that looks like. They're like, knocking on the door. Like, I don't know what they mean by that, but there's like 2 like
yeah, we gotta kill these Shaku if we want to let these guys in, guys. Come on.
Yeah, and then the sword master. We've kind of been like blue balled a little bit. I'm saying blue ball like aggressively, mainly because like he stood up like 12 chapters ago, and I feel like, I don't know, did he move? Did he bend down? It must be tiring, right? Like, he's standing for this long, like, how many things? But it's been like 5 minutes in series, and then the pacing switched up to a whole new side, and I'm not mad, because like this guy about to fuck shit up. Everyone's like worried about all these known things, And the other's like, no, this guy's a demon, trust me. And I'm like, at the end of it, I'm like, I trust you. I trust you. Please stop slandering kid. Like, this is what it feels like. It's like, he's such a kid hater. He made him, like, he's just like, nah, I gotta change. I gotta make this character cool. Like, just to shit on kid. He went that hard, took us off the main story.
No,
brought
I
this
think,
guy.
I mean, you gotta remember, all these mangakas are friends. I think where he got the idea to make this guy so cool is that he asked Oda. He said, hey, what do you have planned for kid in the future? And he said, well, funny story. And then now here we have it. We have Ikuto.
We're gonna
Which,
find out his epithet is captain.
Yeah, I mean, he is the captain of the squad, isn't he?
Oh, well, he's worthless commander, right? But maybe in Japanese, it might be, a choice to say
The
commander.
worthless captain.
Yeah, maybe it's just captain.
Yeah. Oh, shoot. Wait a minute.
Apparently, this isn't related to anything. Captain in Japanese is a word that got transferred from the Dutch. That's originally they just say kapitan. Like, they didn't have a word for that, apparently. Yeah, it's like a different. I was like,
cool.
that's a weird one to like not to like give credit for. You know what I mean? You didn't have to give the Dutch the credit for that one. Like, some of the other ones maybe, but captain, like, you didn't have captains. You're just gonna call them capitans now. So that's new. Yeah.
Yeah, dude. It was a great chapter.
Yeah.
I love that he's this strong. I love that he's got like a screw loose now. And going back to the Shaku attacks at the very end, I don't think he's dead.
Yeah, I always feel bad. There's like some part of me. I get it's fiction, but I always feel bad like rooting on the trauma of a character that like gets a very obvious
dude. I don't. I'm the exact opposite.
Yeah,
of you.
I know.
Layered on, dude. It's awesome.
No, but like so the reason why is because sometimes like there's narrative focus and then there's like power focus in series, right? And a lot of times the power focus ones make it feel better because like they get insane powers, right? But then a lot of times it's not like that for a lot of cases, and it's not like that deep and it's gone choked out. But like this one is like so comprehensive. Like in a single chapter, I'm like, yup, nah, I'm sorry, bro. It had to happen. I honestly, to get this way, I might have killed them. Like this is I feel like this is what I mean by that. It's like I still feel bad for him, but this is also got me to the point like this was kind of sick. Like, not gonna lie, bro.
Worth it.
I'm kind of cheering this one on. Like, I got to Sai's side of the spectrum with this one. Like, yeah, like even the doctors, like they have to. They're in chapter glazing his ass. They're like, bro, his subconscious control is kind of off the charts. Am I right? Like, they're straight up doing that.
And getting back to the Shaki that might be dead or alive, even if he's down just for a little bit, I think that could open a window for Chihiro and Summer to come in.
Yeah. He's
that was the perfect amount we needed.
So also,
arm the vessel enough to where we can just get in. Thank you.
I think his turnover revelations are kind of it's easily placed. I don't think like in general it's not his fault, right? Like, he blames himself, and so like that internal guilt,
it's not his fault.
Shame. He doesn't want to be seen because he thinks everybody thinks less of him for getting his entire unit killed, which we've never seen reflected. And people have some wild takes in Kagurabachi, like Iori's classmates. If he had classmates like her, maybe it's kind of crazy. So like, it's not impossible that he's validated in his thing. It'd be wild if the author decided to let's give him validation at this point. But I think at this point we're supposed to look at it as it's completely in his head. No one thinks about him this way, and like I said, from a viewer standpoint, when I was reading the manga, listen, bro, like I couldn't tell that they were inhibited either. And that's where I was kind of confused. Like, are they? Because they were like, but if you go down, we all go down. And I'm like, he's just making clothes for you, right? Like, it's not like the Iron Sands just chain them up, like, if he's dead. Or am I misunderstanding that part of like his responsibility?
No, I don't think you're misunderstanding it.
So like,
I mean, I think
yes,
that's pretty spot on.
he's not to blame. Like, it's just
Yeah, he's not to
clothes.
blame.
And
Like
if
that wouldn't have affected anything. It did, but like in the grand scheme of that fight, no.
yeah, because all that would have meant is that like they would have moved slower had he not implemented that, and they couldn't fly. Like, you know what I mean? Like, regardless,
Yeah.
he
Your
gave up.
lives are my responsibility.
It would be like
I mean,
Naruto.
they got cooked. I mean, it's kind of their fault. Like we can't, divert from that. Like if they were just stronger, they would have lived.
Yeah, it'd be, well, there's that, but there's also like if I were in the Naruto verse and Naruto gave me the Kurama cloak and then I died, that's not his fault. Like, what, you know what I mean? I would have died without the cloak. You know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't have been able to fight the war.
Jesus.
Yeah, in the battle, it's like they don't carry the blame. So like from all angles, I don't see like a functional reason for him to be blamed. The mental thing,
it's just survivor's guilt.
Yeah, it's straight up survivor's
guilt.
It's
straight up survivor's guilt.
So then
that's all it is.
And we floated a funny thing. We were like, I hope he doesn't get healed, at least not too quickly. But where would he get healed by? All of his friends are dead. He's like not perceiving, like, what is someone gonna say? Like, nah, man, you're the greatest, and he's just like what? You're so powerful. Like, what are they supposed to do to fix that, right? Like, I don't know. Like, the only person is Chihiro, right? Because he was there.
Yeah,
he showed up a little bit late.
Like, hey, you got this.
Yeah, he shows up and he's like, brother, you made the jacket. Like, what is, like, that's what I'm confused about. What Chihiro's even supposed to say? It's like, you're just a clothing shop. You know what I mean? Like, wait, you didn't move them faster? It's like, well, shit, I can't jump faster. Thanks for the boost. Like,
you should have been like, well, I mean, you should have told those guys to lose weight. I mean, it's not your fault.
Yeah, I don't know how he necessarily helps him get out of this like rut, because he's so broken. I don't think
there's any getting out of the rut until he gets beaten. I think he needs to lose again.
Oh, you think it's a loss?
Yeah, I think he needs to lose again. Like, straight up, he needs to like get cooked.
He's also not like, okay, it's also another crazy angle is he hasn't lost his sanity, meaning, like, how do I say this? Like, when you put someone in the cuckoo house, right, in real world, one of the largest indicators for everyone to be like, now's the time, is when you can't hold down a job. Like, if they're holding down like any form of like that responsibility because your sanity's not there, then it's like, okay, you can argue like it's a necessary, like, you need to put them, get some help, because that's like a set, not personal thing, whether people might be freakish about like work hours and work culture and all that stuff, but like as it is, it's like, if my like friend was so depressed he couldn't do math anymore, I'd be like, all right, brother, we need to take a break, no more learning math, whatever. And I'm saying that because, like, not only is he like still at his job, like, he has more time off because he's in hospital, but he's hearing the orders and he's following them. Like, he's coherent, he's locked in, he's focused, he can discern good from bad to the point it's on a molecular level. Like, this is an insane level of, like, he's insane but not really, and like,
he's cogniscient.
Yeah, and he's also like kind of at the moment perceived like he's insanely this is like three-tailed Naruto, like, but like when he had that, when you have like a monster inside you taking over, or another mentality taking over, it's like you become uncontrollable, you lose the reality. He has it all there, he's laser focused, and that makes him so different. Like, maybe he doesn't need to heal, maybe he doesn't need to go through the arc because he's there, he's stronger, right? Like, if you heal him, doesn't he lose the subconscious?
He's deluded, though.
He is deluded, yeah. Like, what happens after
deluded.
This, right? But he's not revenge bound, right? Well, a little bit, but not like...
I feel like if Sojo appeared in front of him somehow, I feel like he'd probably go berserk.
Okay. Well, that's true. Yeah, because the revenge is already had. Like, it's already there. He was avenged. So like you
Yeah.
can't do revenge because that's usually when the people who are insane, like once the revenge is fulfilled, they realize the revenge wasn't worth it or wherever, and then they fix up, and it's like, damn, bro, you went through that war path, killed the person, and now you regret it. Like, damn, bro, like, damn, that's some crazy whatever. But he's not there. He's absolutely not there. But there is like a Hishaku focus kind of, like you guys are threatening it, but he's also like listening to order, discerning them. He processed the vessel guys thought process. He was like, okay, they're here. He can't figure out where they're out. This is how I find them, and this is how I attack them. You know what I mean? And he did that without even like breathing. And that's like insane. Like if I was a director of the Hishaku and I saw that power and I had like the ability to like his coax his future, I might not give him healthcare. No, I'm joking. But like, I might
No
not.
healthcare for this guy. Okay.
Yeah, this guy's our ultimate soldier. You know, like he's. You know what? He's kind of the version of the version of the sword master that we like thought. A version of the sword master that we thought about. That like there was a guy who was insanely strong, but then got like brain broken because of the war, and then he crashed out and is a valid crash out and whatever, and so now he's just like inconsolable, and they have to lock him up because he'll just go on a rampage. In a way, it's I would be like, yo, this guy, if he's on our side, maybe we keep him, because that was the problem. The Swordmaster wasn't on their side, but like maybe lock him
Yeah,
up
like
the same
imagine
way.
people like feed into the delusion, like, hey, Kugara, time to eat. And they like take a spoon, like, woo, just in midair.
Oh no, no, that's so crazy.
That'd be
You're
so funny,
right.
dude.
That would be, dude, that's nuts. If we go next chapter and we find out that there's some kind of,
The
they
whole
start
staff
shooting.
has to play pretend.
Yeah, like the thing is, there's a soft version of what you're saying. Like some, like that crazy girl. What's her name? The guy's granddaughter.
Oh, I forgot her name.
Yeah, but
I know
she's
what you're talking about though.
the one with the short, long sword, because her grandma's
Yeah.
like, girls can't hold swords. She seems like the type of person to be like, cute ghost,
She would not play around.
feed ghost, and like acknowledge the ghost like
No,
existence.
she wouldn't. I feel like she's the last person that acknowledged that bullshit, bro.
I don't know. I feel like maybe that's a girl trope, but I feel like there's 100%.
Whoa, sexist par coming out.
Oda only draws one shape for girls, all right? Call me sexist if you want, but then I'm gonna slide the goalpost to bigger people than me.
Me, Arabis? Have you seen P. Diddy though?
Oh my, I was like 9. I didn't know. I didn't know Cassie's story. Please.
Oh my god.
Oh god.
Do you think next chapter Kagurabachi we like stick with them, or do you think we like switch over to Summer and Shiro's perspective now?
I hope so. I'm worried about them. Like, where are they? Are they in
They're just
like
outside, man. They're hanging out.
See, I don't, because when they teleported in their previous thing, they never showed us the teleport, right? So they teleported here and they're just like at the front door. And like, but like, because the way I thought about it was like, surely he wants to teleport inside the building, but the force field's preventing inside teleporting. So like, is he just like stuck inside the teleport? Like, you know what I mean? Like Danny Phantom, like he's like in between. Because like, what? How's that work? How does he go like, I'm trying to teleport? Oh wait, the place is blocked off. It's not showing up on like Google Maps, or like did he try to teleport
outside
there?
the building? I'm trying to open a door. That's my imagination. I was like, oh, they're just like yanking a door. It's not opening, but
Yeah, but like,
yeah, I guess they could be stuck in like a different dimension.
well, because like, is the logic like, oh, like I can't teleport inside, so I'm gonna teleport outside and try the manual way, like the keys, like, because when he's out the front door, he's like, why? I can't teleport, because the force field isn't supposed to work like this. I don't think it's ever worked like this. So he's probably just like, wait, why can't I just teleport to my room inside? Wait, where's all my? They just like, how do I get in? And then he's like knocking on the door, no one's answering. So it's like if I had a teleport versus the doorbell, I'm using the teleport. And so like, is there a way he's like at the front
It
door?
could just be like one of those like things where it's like, whoa, I can't go.
That's
Like,
right.
that's what I'm imagining.
Yeah, see, that's why I like Dragon Ball Z. They set up the like Goku has to feel the person's presence, and if he can't teleport, it's because he can't sense the presence. It's too weak or too far. This one, I'm just like, okay, but it's like sorcery.
It's
So
like a
like, is
barrier,
it
you
like
know.
sensing something, or is he like know the GPS location and he's just confused and like he
I'm
can't get
assuming
out?
it's like Kuma, where like if he's visited the place before, he can just go.
Yeah.
Maybe.
So
No, that doesn't work because it's like the feathers.
yeah. It's very
Yeah.
interesting. So I do want to see where they are. Not for a serious reason. It doesn't matter. But like
No, dude, we're gonna see them, and they're just gonna be at a coffee shop saying, "Any minute now, Barry's gonna come down."
that's where I landed on. I was like, I would be fine if they were just like waiting for a phone call, like outside somewhere, just like
Yeah, they're probably smoking a cigarette or like sharing life stories, having fun right now.
yeah. Because then the other world, I think there was like some soft thing, like um, where I was thinking about it more. It was saying like they're trying to get in. Like the guy said that like, oh, they're trying to get in. I'm like, what does that mean? Like, how do you
Like
know?
maybe they see the barrier and it's physical, and they're like slashing at it.
That's another one. And but like when I went through the whole process, and I'm like, maybe they're trying to get in. I was like, are you saying that because you sense it, or they're ringing the doorbell? Like, are they knocking on the door? And he's like, they're trying to get in, trying to like So it's like, what
Okay,
is being depicted.
here's a
here?
good question. Do you think they're actually gonna get in soon, or just not till later? Because I feel like they're not gonna get in until the Swordmaster gets tackled.
So I think okay, this part I do remember. They said that regardless, Samura can get in. It's just a matter of time. And that's where I'm also confused too, because they said the guy said, so you bought like 3 minutes, and then the guy's like, a lot can happen in 3 minutes. I'm glad I got those 3 minutes, baby.
And here's the thing, right? Like the whole thing about killing the vessel to release the barrier. I wouldn't be shocked if that guy's like a zombie, like he's unkillable or something.
Yeah, I mean that's what I would do too.
Yeah, the Hishaku, they plan this out well in advance. Yeah, this guy's probably gonna be like some kind of unkillable monster where it's like, oh, you to release the barrier, you gotta kill him. But by the way, he doesn't die. It's like, yeah, okay.
Imagine if
that's
you could
anime, you know?
stack magic, and you could be super annoying. You know how all the people died and turned into trees?
Yeah.
And then the Hishaku not only figured out how to make a death trigger
Ooh.
magic thing, which apparently is an innovation that Samurai even learned about, and the Kamurabi were like, the fuck, this innovation's nuts. What if they decide to put the vessel in the tree that grew? Then that'd be so annoying. How do you kill the tree? That'd be so
No, how about this? How about you kill the guy, you chop his head off, and he's like dead, and then Yura looks at everybody at the camera and he says, "But what is death really?" And then we just, and then it becomes like a philosophical thing.
Yeah,
and,
and
it's
then,
like, when do we actually die, guys? Like, I mean, he could still be alive. He's alive in our hearts.
yeah, he
His
keeps
memory
his
lives on.
brain in a glass jar. But is he really dead?
Yeah, like,
yeah, that's
surprise, guys.
Jesus.
It
Oh,
gets
and then
super
we find
goofy.
out this plot twist, they're all astral projecting.
Yeah. And then they're like, but guys, how could we die if we're just drawings in a manga?
Haven't you ever
Or
heard of the
set the
force
camera
of
up.
tunes? Like,
Yeah, the next page is like a pop-up book.
yeah. Oh god.
We're transcending the media.
Which, to be fair, like that fight that is going on, I don't even know what to call it. The four-way battle. It's starting to get to that level of like, yo, how are you guys fighting again? Like, it's getting to a
To
place.
be fair, like Uruha and Natsuki, they're not really fighting. It's more like a zombies fight now, right?
Yeah, and he is One Punch Man.
Yeah, he's like the strongest guy in the verse, essentially.
Yeah,
Which is pretty cool.
Yeah,
I'm
he
down
had
with
so
it.
much aura with the coins. That's also insane too. The whole coin thing and the backstory, which is hilarious because like we had that backstory. The backstories with these powers are just like so. You could have like
These are some JJK ass powers, man. I love it.
yeah, and
They're
then,
so intricate
and
and
then
so like off the wall almost.
right, and then the next chapter you get, oh no, this guy got his power from all of his friends and family dying, murdered in front of him for making their clothes, and then this guy he moves coins. Yup, Pretty dope.
But it's OP. It's OP. And here's the thing, you know, with how OP Azami is, I wouldn't be shocked. Which I mean, we kind of already had the inclination already, right? We already knew. But more so than ever, like the stock raised like 10%. I think that Shiba is gonna be fucking nuts.
Yeah, yeah.
Shiba's gonna be absurd when we see him fight.
The levels that like yeah, I mean the authors demonstrated that they can make anything look cool. Like I feel
Yeah.
I'm very
What a
confident.
talented author. What, Hokozona?
Yeah, Hokuzono, Takeru Hokuzono. Yeah, because like you know, One Piece has goofy
Hokozona,
powers, and they end up being effective, but it's not always that they look cool too. You know what I mean? Like the mochi fruit, for example, Katakuri is a really good example. It's a silly power. Its function is insane. The user's really cool looking, but the power itself does not aid in any aesthetic way. But in Kagurabachi, even like, you know, silly stuff like Chihiro has goldfish, bro. Like he has goldfish. And I'm like, where are the like
The
I'm
goldfish
feeling
look fucking cool.
yeah, it's so sick. Versus like, you know, that's a hard thing to do. One Piece is a radical part of the spectrum,
Yeah.
but other series try to do.
And here's the
similar
thing, like
things.
One Piece, they're not going for epicness either.
Yeah,
In most cases with those powers, like Oda wants to be goofy, so it's very different vibe and intention all together. But
yeah, but there's
you gotta
content in
admit,
between.
dude, Kagurabachi has aura, man.
Yeah,
Which I mean, you know, I feel like most mangakas do go for like the serious, cool-looking, silly powers. Like, obviously Kagurabachi is one of them. I think another one would be Bleach. Every power in there looks fucking awesome. JJK, same way. Like One Piece, I think Oda knows that whole market's kind of saturated. It's been done before. I think that's why he goes for like the silly route
yeah, yeah.
more so than not. But yeah,
I also like the way the powers are explained. Like they're not. It's
yeah.
like show, tell, a little bit of both. You know, there's some instances like this magnetism one where I'm like, apparently we saw all of it, but we didn't see it. Like,
Yeah, they never explained it until now.
yeah. And so I don't really want to go back. And then there's another example when the guy had the, I guess it's a version of like what the Midoriya's build up thing where he accumulates power. That one character at the hotel who was just like building up power, and then he just like exploded all the lava or whatever, the fire thing, and we're like, did we know that he had this entire time? Like, and we got like an in-depth explanation right then and there, and it's like, does this matter? Like, did it matter? Is it going to matter? It feels like it does, but you know, it still looked cool. I'm not gonna lie, it looked cool. Did not expect it, that's for sure. Would have changed the previous fight, I would think, but yeah. Azami, the one with the two coins, right? That's his name, Azami.
Yeah.
He what I will say about him is he does, how do I say this without, he feels try hard in the sense of like, in the sense that his character looks like it's designed with like the main character tropes, you know? Like I'm getting like more slice of life version of Sasuke, like just the cool things that like really feed into the thing. He doesn't talk too much. His eyes are like, you know, there's something about it. There's like a lot of, I think even trendy tropes with like main characters that we see in other series. I haven't seen in Shonen Jump. He like combines that, and he's like really.
He's kind of like the Gojo of this verse, almost, right? Like
yeah.
Just a general good-looking guy, super powerful. I mean, that's Azami.
Except his power isn't as overloaded as Gojo's. Like Gojo's on paper, it's like this guy needs to fucking die. Like versus Azami, you know, because you and I talked about JJK, and like, you know, I think every single version of our logic was like, yeah, no, this character just doesn't exist in the series by the end of it. It's a very easy thing, and then, you know, go to second season and whatever, boom, it happened. It like, and then even then he still ended up being the main character because you know, reasons. But anyways, in this one, it's so wild because like we already have Samura who looks so sick, and like Chihiro is so dope and he's edgy, and then this guy brings out 2 coin Azami after like this other swordsman, every person just in a different way, like strings like it's like the same formula, but it feels in different mishmash way, and it feels really cool. And Azumi, like, man, like I'm not missing Samura, if that makes sense, because like I want to see
Oh
this.
yeah, no, they did a great job at fleshing out the not Hishaku, but the Kamunabi
Yeah, Kamunabi,
to
there you
make
go.
them feel great. Like between Azami, between Natsuki, Uruha with his now like newfound, well not newfound, but his sword techniques. It's some good stuff.
Dude, look.
Some
You
good freaking
cannot tell me that's not Sasuke. This is Sasuke.
Slice of life Sasuke.
Yeah, bro. It's just straight up like okay, Sasuke is now in Boruto, and in Boruto he's literally 90% decoration for the like people who love Sasuke, and you get the eyes and like the always post up on the same side of his face, like straight up this is Sasuke face card right here. You throw in the K-pop plastic surgery in there, you get the girlies in on
Put
this
the
too.
gauges.
Yeah, got the like there's so many trends he's hitting. And then you know, and then you get the salaryman look that God,
That Yura has.
yeah. And there's just so much happening with these characters that like the author is farming. He knows what he's doing. He's doing it really well. Yeah, Azumi 2. Oh my god, even this like sacrifices hands for the punch. So wild. So wild. I mean, even his NPC, his
Kagurabachi,
ancestor.
man.
His ancestor looks like Levi, bro. You cannot tell me he's not farming. Like that's Levi's haircut. That's his ancestor.
I like how essentially you're like, somebody stop him. He's still good.
His lineage are all the main swordsmen. We're gonna see. I swear to God, his dad's gonna have 3 earrings or some shit. Like I swear to God, Tucker is doing what I think he's doing. He's farming every swordsman in anime manga history, and he's gonna be like, yeah, this is my dad. This is our lineage. Like. He's gonna find out his Ryuma's his mom. Like I don't know, you know, it's just crazy. It's crazy. And then he's a scientist too. Look at this guy. Like he's out here doing like Newton's atom like with the coin. Someone's gotta stop this man, bro. His grandchild, great grandchild or whatever it is farming too hard. It should not
I
be
love
possible.
just the 10 and 1 yen coin creation. Like they took such a simple ability and made it fucking broken.
Oh, bro, I'm dating myself because I don't think kids do this anymore. I don't think an anime in particular did this, but in school, my best friend was Japanese, so he taught me this. And I don't think it hinges on him being Japanese. I think it's more Asian. But have you heard of the Asian pen flip? That's what we called
Maybe?
It's like you. I'm trying to find a pen. I'm not gonna do my episode.
Is it like when you like twirl the pen?
Yeah, and it rolls on your like thumb or whatever.
Oh yeah.
Or you could do it with the other thing, like if you're really good. Like that was like because you're just in class, you're just like that Asian kid who's spinning thing, finish your test, like that's the meme. Like 100% Kagurabachi came out when we were younger. We'd be doing the coin version of that, where you're flipping the coin in between your knuckles, just to like if Azumi pulls that shit out casually, oh, it's over, bro. Like
just the flex.
Yeah, it's like that's something.
Yeah, I've seen people do that. I could never do it myself though. I feel like that takes too much learning, man.
Yeah, I mean the coin one's
that's like the
man.
hand mind muscle connection.
I don't got the dexterity for it either. Don't worry.
Yeah.
The pen.
I bet if we tried, we could probably do it like after a week, but that takes practice.
Yeah, give us 1 week, we'll be Azumi. Yeah, that'll be.
Yeah, and then we'll like never whip it out again, or like we'll do it in public and people just laugh at us.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like magicians nowadays, right? Like back in the day, you used to like do a little card trick, but they're like, "Wow, that's awesome." Nowadays, you do it and you're like, "Well, that's stupid, dude. What?"
It's just
tell AI to do that for you.
So crazy that something so simple is out here competing with like, and I can revive people with my sword. Like this power is like contested.
Yeah, and then Centipede, Magatsumi, Dragonfly, yeah.
Then there's this guy with magnetic coins, like essentially, right? Like that's what it is, and it's like, huh, that. And then the other guy is subconsciously
boost his like normal like attributes too. By the way,
yeah, boost his stats. Yeah, it's like a roulette
it's like a stat
gamble.
Booster.
And there's like, there's like he's also using it because that was the thing. The lineage used it as like a fortune telling type of thing, right? Because that's like a play off of the cultural thing. And then he's just like, wait, you guys can control this shit. Why don't we just like max out the like offensive stats on this? And he did. And it's kind of not. This would be the equivalent of like one of those card magicians becoming a superhero by just throwing cards really hard. You're like those guys.
Like Gambit.
Wait, what is that?
Gambit.
Who's Gambit? Gambit from what?
It's like a Marvel hero. He's the guy that throws cards. Like he's essentially like the comic book Twisted Fate.
Marvel? Let me see this. Do I know?
Yeah,
this
I think that's what he is. He was in fuck, what
Remy
movie was he
LeBeau?
in? He was in Wolverine and Deadpool. Yeah, that's it.
Oh, I didn't see that yet.
Yeah. And I think he's played by Channing Tatum.
Oh.
And he's the guy with like the heavy Louisiana accent. So Channing Tatum would walk up to the screen and he was like,
I'm sure Deadpool did that power probably more justice to it than, because like I feel like in the comic you'd have to give him like, oh, he's the superhuman meta with cards or whatever, right? Like
yeah.
Whereas like Azami's like, I guess like a part of it, yeah, it's like not just moving the coins, it's the stats, but it's like if you, I guess it would be like Hawkins if Hawkins cards meant anything. Stupid ass ability.
No explanation on that either yet too, which is funny.
Oh god, I was looking more at that. I was like, this makes less sense the more I think about it, which is not the case in Kagurabachi. Things are making way more sense, and I think the other part of it too was Azami fixes the Kamunabi slander that could have existed. I'm sure people would, but like we talked about at the beginning, that one of the head dudes is just like got no diffed. It doesn't feel like, I don't focus on that anymore because I see Azumi just like destroying, and I'm like,
yeah, Yura.
Yeah, this guy's literally fighting a dude with just like everyday magic. Like, this is insane. I'm not that worried anymore. Not worried, but like Kamunabi as an existence as a group, it balances out. All right, like we lose a leader, but we get this guy. Okay, I'm not gonna slander them. You know.
I mean, there's so many like higher ups for the Kamunabi. Like we had. Most of them wouldn't have mattered anyways.
Yeah. It's like what
we kind of came to that conclusion already. It's like, dude, there's so many of these bozos. We don't know their names yet. And then guess what? We learn that guy's name. He dies like, or not dies, but he gets knocked out like in a chapter later. So yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. One thing I will say is at the moment, I'm really content with how Takeru Hokazono uses old characters, like bringing them back. Like this feels so good. I feel like every single time Uraha felt really great, but like, you know, even like I'm saying that and it's like not that many examples, but there's also, as small as it is, and you and I agree on it, is oh my god, I forgot his name. The older
Natsuki.
brother. Yeah, he no, not him. Oh, I forgot the family, the older brother who was like the bully, pulled his finger, like he tore the auctions.
Yes, I know who you're talking about. I know what he looks like.
Yeah, I know what he looks like.
What's his name?
And
Kagurabachi.
I know what he looks like because
Raku's
the
Aichi
reason
family.
the author brought him back up as trauma steroids to like encourage the main character. And it's
Soya.
like, what's his name?
Soya.
And wait, what's the brother's name? The one we care about. What's his name?
Oh, the one. Oh, Hakuri.
There we go. I knew it was the H. Oh my god, this is why Hakuto.
Yeah, he's got
and Hakuri.
4 siblings.
So
Soya is the only one that really matters. The rest, they're kind of just throwaways.
And in a weird way, they're the same thing as the Cloud Gouger. Like, there's all these brothers. They each mattered, and we gave them hype. We gave them names, all that stuff. And it's a group we liked. And you know, however you bring a character back, whether it's in death or not, like there is some kind of like value like that you're putting onto that character. And it's kind of the same way here where Ikuto, right? Ikuto, that's the guy in this chapter.
Yeah.
He is a survivor and he's trauma about everyone who died behind him and progressing through. Hakuri is remembering his brother's bullying as a way to like he's like, I ain't no bitch ass. Like, he's out here fighting all these people. He's like, wait a second, I can fight too. My brother beat my ass every day, and he's one of the strongest people in the verse. And like, I withstood that. And like, even that is a way to bring back a character amongst the group that you think is just in the past, and you think the dad's the one who's gonna like stay in the thing, but in such a funny way. And I say funny knowing it's traumatic for him, but like, it is really funny. You wouldn't think that that would be like, oh yeah, where's my growth gonna come from? Remembering my brother beat my ass really hard. Like, that's so funny in the context of it, and it felt really good, and it's like really meaningful. And I just like the way Takaru has been doing that, surprising it, using everything really well, and focusing. Like we said it before characters came back, we were like Uraha, like you were saying, like design wise, like want to see more of him, of like he died super early, and then Samura brought him back to life, and we were like, oh shit. And then some of the other, I think you even mentioned the Cloud Gadget group. You were like, maybe one of them, like, you know, they were kind of like, but it's a little weird. It's like, there's so many characters that are important. I don't know if they're important. And then he reflected that here. He's like, yeah, not all of them, but just this guy. And then the other one's gonna not look, you know, he's just, I made him into, oh, that's another thing too, is that you kind of get the notion that from the beginning he planned it out, because the character that lives is like, has the mask on it, because all the other characters would just be a massive black, versus this one's distinguishable.
Yeah, they wouldn't have like any good features to like go off of.
Yeah, whereas now people could cosplay him, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I like his mask a lot. He was another character who I really enjoyed. I wanted him to live just because the mask was cool,
unique, discernible, and simple enough that like in the full planning of the what it seems like the, you know, premeditated here, is that the character is gonna be recognizable for sure. Like it's a very good choice, and I think he was the only one with something like that. I could double check actually, but yeah, because of the group,
I think so. Because they showed like the death of all the group in the chapter, which is funny.
There actually no, two more had options, and actually we can make a prediction. Maybe it might be that his growth isn't necessarily one where he loses the power. Maybe
he just gets more people.
Yeah, because one of them has the mask, like the
oh yeah,
Bane mask.
He has like a gas mask, and the other one has like a hairpin.
Yeah, the girl has like a scissor hairpin. Very unique, very dope cosplay. Very
the
simple.
other guy has a scar, so maybe you could do something with that.
Yeah, like split his head.
Yeah, I guess you could bring them all back.
Maybe not the blonde one. This is Kagurabachi. I can trust that is blonde or light colored hair, not jet black.
No, it's probably like purple or something.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah, it's probably purple. Come on.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna go back to see this this guy. I mean, he himself. I mean, he also like Takaru's also farming with him too. Gave him the Korean undercut main character thing.
Yeah.
He's like a jock Harry Potter with the glasses. Like he's doing like, what if Daniel Radcliffe was a Korean K-pop star? Oh, like,
and it's literally Ikuto.
Yeah, and then you just give him one of the most broken powers in every series, and give him trauma.
Metallic black sand.
Yeah, let's give him
electromagnetism.
AI too. He essentially has AI. Oh, that'd be so nuts if they like, because they have that technology. They're out here like making their like what's it called, the cloning shit with the dragon people, like out there doing cellular like studies on shit. Like, remember in the auction house they had the whole lab, and they were like doing nuclear fission with,
I mean, there's a lot of people, like remember in the very beginning, like we had Char, who's like constantly regenerating, right?
Yeah, dude, give this guy
just kind of gone.
Some kind of, maybe that's what common.
The world building can go really crazy eventually. Like if I mean, I'm sure we're gonna get it, but it's like, yeah, like I can't wait to get like more things like that explained.
Dude,
like how do they fit in?
Yeah, he's gonna look too much like, if we go that route. Oh no, well actually, I mean, it doesn't have it in Boruto. I feel like I remember the name, but like for whatever reason, because we're recording, when the character I need to talk about is on to, I forget the name. But like this one happened, I don't think off camera. But the I really shouldn't be forgetting this name. The guy, the edgelord in Boruto, the new Sasuke. What's the kid's name? The
Kawaki.
undercut Kawaki. There we go. Yeah, he's
Yeah.
this is how you know this is a meta move, making him look like that. Kawaki's like studied. Like he's like a made in a lab industry plant for I want a character that I could put on billboards and is a fashion icon. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just like,
Yeah.
yeah, there's nothing. This straight up, like, it's a DEI hire for sure. I'm just like,
The DI hired like a cool looking person.
yeah. Straight up, if that had any meaning to it, it's like it's right there where it's like, yeah, no, guys, I'm sorry to tell you, like, Kawaki had to come from some random origin for him to curate a character that looks this cool. Like, it just this didn't exist in the series, guys. He's like fully modernized. I mean, they just probably invented buzzers in the Boruto verse. I don't think they even had clippers back then. How do you get that fade like that, bro? Like,
Just chakra, bro. Just chakra hands. Just
yeah, true,
try chop
true.
them.
That'd be like the One Piece version of the barber fruit. There's one guy who's just like has a keke genkai for cutting
Yeah,
hair.
I mastered the art of just cutting hair, just to the Leaf Village.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, I
Uh,
think for Kagurabachi, we hit the hour mark. Covered this chapter, and this chapter was a really good jump. I mean, we talked about a lot of the other stuff, but had we been in the fight, we would have talked about it a lot more. And I can't believe, like I'm saying, this is like low key a filler fight, but it's not. Like, we know it's not. But like in another series, had a character of his rank, his stature, his position in the story come back and had a main character fight like this, it still wouldn't feel convincing that this character matters, right? But like here, it's like, oh no, the character that died in season one, no, he's fully back and one of the strongest people in the series. He didn't just, and the scaling makes sense. It's also like that too, where it's like, how is this character from season one gonna make it in season 20, where they can revive people and shit, and then it's like, yep, we made it seamless. It works really well. But is there anything else talk about, think about,
I don't think
predictions?
so. I think we pretty much tackled everything.
Any
We're gonna
big
talk about what we want to see
predictions?
next chapter. No, not really. Like I said, I think we're just gonna get like some of Chiro and Summer next chapter, and we'll see if like this attack actually lands. I'm kind of banking on this guy being immortal though.
The Ikuto guy?
Hishaku,
Oh, the Hishaku. Okay, the guy that he stabbed through.
semi-immortal. He's not dead.
Yeah, this is. I mean, this is
We
also
can't
one of
bring
those,
in we can't bring in Summer and Chiro that quickly.
yeah. Well, imagine like the confirmation this person's dead. They died way too aesthetic. That was why I was like, they're not dead. Like, this death is way
Yeah.
too good looking. It's like a positioned die beautifully, like for the screen, you know? I'm like, yeah, this guy's gonna just stand up. Like, one foot's basically on the ground. If they were just to fall back down, they'd just like be like, huh, I'm ace now, you know? Like, just I'm a donut. But like, yeah, I don't think that they died, but it's a cool way to introduce a character, right? Because like,
Yeah.
imagine this is the last person you want to stab. I hate your version of it where he loses after this though. Like, he gets all these power-ups, he's back, he got glazed by the
Cook 'em.
doctors, and then
Hishaku need more W's.
no, they already
They
have
need
the
more
clock.
W's.
They have they have the benefit of the 3 minutes, bro.
Doesn't matter. We need more than just that.
3 minutes is tight. Like, that's an insane timer. It's so specific.
Yeah.
It's not 5. It's not 1. It's not 30 seconds.
I mean, it's even like how they entered, right? Like they counted down the seconds.
yeah, and they're like, yeah, you have 3 minutes till Samura's coming in, and it's like, honestly, that is a lot of time, and it's like, damn, like that. It's like that's an insane amount of like efficiency, coordination, power, so much, and it's like, and we gave it to the villains. Usually, we give the timer to the heroes, which I guess it is like Samura's. It is for Samura too, but like, I'm kind of rooting. I don't know whose side. I don't know. Like, it's hard
I'm on the
to.
side of Aura.
There's just a lot of there's. I'm on the side of competence. You know, like maybe the Kaminabi isn't the most competent group, and like maybe they just need to go through a change. You know, like
They need to lose.
it's just like I don't know. They could be stand for good, but like I think like 2 chapters ago they were like, bro, we spend so much money on X, Y, and Z, and then all the shit for naught. You know, I'm like, damn, you guys just like suck at planning. You guys have the power. Thank God for Azumi, but like, you know, there's certain things, and then you know, the Hishaku's kind of pulling it by the bootstraps. You know what I mean? They're the little dog here. You know, like technically they until Chihiro's there, the Kaminabi's the standing oppressive force technically to them. And we don't know the context of the truth, obviously. And we root for Chihiro because his solution is that everyone lives, nobody dies, and they're like, yeah, woo! And
No,
but that's
they gotta die.
yeah, but then that's where with like the Samura side is like he's acceptable because he just wants to minimize the death and just him and the Swordmaster dies. And the Kaminabi's like, yeah, we'll just let everyone live, even though that guy's like a genocidal monster. And it's like, well, like, okay, but then your protection sucks ass. Like, all these decisions suck ass. And like, these guys feel like they're lied to. And like, I don't blame them to a certain point, but then as a reader, we don't know which side. The author could just put, you know, weight on one side or the other. But he's not putting Chihiro and Samura per se, like, on either side exactly, right? Because they talked about how the swords are so powerful that they need the swords in the first place, right? Like that was part of that discussion. Was that they were talking about like their nukes, like as a military might, we need it to for order, and like, you know, replacing the sword doesn't really count, and like you can't replace these swords. Like they went through that too, and it's like that's why they're maybe need to be replaced because that's a bad like moral focus, right? Like, oh, we need the nukes and the power to instill our, you know, like inherently that's not the greatest way to look at it, you know, but they have people like that, so it is interesting.
Yeah, we finally know like their true motive and like what they're aiming for.
Yeah, at least you know, a substantial amount. There could be more details,
Yeah.
but
There's gonna be a lot more details. I mean, that was just from that one guy.
Yeah. I'm sure we're gonna get more.
Whose name I just forgot because he doesn't matter.
Yeah. There's a world where we continue on or we get another character. I wouldn't be surprised if we get looped into... Isn't there 2 more Swords Masters that we have no idea about?
2 or 3, right?
I think... Yeah, I think after Natsuki
There's like the samurai looking dude, like the bigger guy, and then there's a girl.
I feel like this is a good time, if we're taking a breather, to give us context of them, maybe? Like, are they involved? Are their families involved? Because that's kind of what it feels like with this transition, right? Like, relation to the sword. This right now is the Cloud Gouger relations. Natsuki, and then this guy was on the security. This like the ecosystem around that sword. Everyone who's related to that sword, which reflects really well on the whole thing that they were saying that we developed these powers to control the swords, but we also need the swords. So that breeds it to, like, you know, in order to maintain this power, we need to create more weapons, essentially. And they created this task force, and now this guy's a literal autonomous weapon. But yeah, you said two sword masters left.
Yeah, Subaru and then girl who we don't know.
Yeah, there might be a world where the next 2 chapters are like looping us in on characters related to that, at least to give us some context of them. And I wouldn't be mad. I think that'd be pretty interesting.
Yeah.
I do feel like they should be involved with this. Is like the sword master arc, right? Like it'd be weird if we went through this arc and we didn't get them at least like known.
I mean, if the sword master dies, they all die. So I feel like you should contact them and bring them over.
Yeah, exactly. There's a limit to it too. If the point of it is that the guy dies, then there's 100% limit. Now that could be saying that they don't have an intention of. If we don't get them introduced anytime soon, maybe the Swordmaster lives and those characters live. Like, right? Like that would be it.
And then we get like a whole arc with them later, like kind of like we got the summer arc.
Yeah, but yeah, there's a lot to look forward to. But yeah, we'll call it there. Hour 15, right on the dot. So thank you guys for tuning in. We'll try our best with the Kagurabachi thing. Praying for the
We'll be back.
author. Take care of your health. More important, your ideas are plenty good enough. You're scaring me a little bit with some of them. They're so likable. I'm like, damn, I'm just a stat now. I fall prey to all the same visual cues. I'm gonna get the same haircut as Ikuto now. But
oh my
yeah,
gosh.
Yeah, thank you guys, and thank you Sai for coming in for the peripheral vision.
You fucking know it.
Peace.